I probably won't post this video. I'm just doing it particularly for my own entertainment. So, you know what? I get this thing, something about me. People are like, Jessica, you're racist. You're so racist. You're so racist. So I'm like, I have no desire to prove people wrong about anything. You know, when somebody asks me, hey Jessica, how do you best describe yourself to other people? I don't. I don't. You know? It's like when you go through so many situations where people feel so crappy about themselves that they try to find the closest person to them to try to destroy them and destroy their character and talk crap about them. And after you've gone through that a few times, when literally you've done nothing but try to help and love people, you know what happens? It becomes entertainment. You stop having, you know, when somebody says, well, you're tall. You're like, I'm 5'3". I'm not tall. I'm short. Like, what? Okay, obviously, they can see that you're not tall. They're obviously just trying to get you to feel some type of way. They're obviously trying to get you to react. They're obviously trying to start shit, right? So, like, when you learn to recognize that little defense mechanism in your body to like react and to sometimes I just want to like shrink and become little and just like run around in my hair. That's what it makes me think of. Anyway, what was I talking about? When you start to feel and listen to that little voice inside of you that says, react. Pause. And instead of reacting, just mentally go to the concession stand. Get whatever flavor, butter, cheese, cinnamon, I don't care, popcorn you want to get. And chill. And just sit there and eat your popcorn and watch the show. When you learn to just watch the show, life becomes so much more entertaining and so much less draining. It really does. You know, it's like enjoying the fact that people can come up with some of these wild, crazy stories or scenarios or characteristics about you. It's like you don't take offense to it, because first of all, you have to take into account who is saying these things. What is their life like? What are they? Whether they're successful financially or in a, you know, whatever status they have, whatever. That's not what I'm talking about. Look, you know, most of them don't even have that, to be honest, but look at who you're analyzing. Look at who's saying these things. Look at how they feel about themselves. You will find that anybody who genuinely tries to destroy somebody else's character, there's something within them that they're lacking, or that they're fighting, or that they're missing, or, you know, everybody fights their own demons and they fight them differently. And that's just one way people think that they're fighting their demons. You know, they put it off on somebody else. And a lot of times you'll notice when they talk crap about other people, they're literally making up stories that reflect their actual life. Y'all just gotta live with that. It's distracting me. That's why I keep bringing it up. That's why I'm always doing this. Like, I don't know. Maybe the ADHD or autism or whatever. I don't know what I got. But anyway, I got something. So, I mean, honestly, sometimes I'm like, I hear a story and it's like, that's so basic. You can't come up with something better than that. Like, if I was going to lie about somebody and I was going to say something that wasn't true about somebody, I've got such a creative imagination. I've got so many experiences I've been through in life. I've seen so many different types of people. I could really come up with something just absolutely. I mean, people would not just hear what I say about somebody and be like, dang. They would be like, oh my gosh, is there a sequel to this? I mean, they're gonna want to know more, you know. But yeah, like, you literally, sometimes I hear stuff about people and I'm like, dang, why they should have added this, or they should have added that, or they should have said that. Like, sometimes I wish I could just text somebody and say, hey, like, why don't you tell people this story, and then make up some terrible, horrific, awful story about myself, and like just give it to them. Like, here's a freebie, so you don't have to try to think so hard. And I text it to you, so it's written down, so you can just go back and look at it, because it's a lie. So when you look at it, you won't have to try to keep it. You'll be like, oh, let me. It's in a text because she actually sent it to me. So you see what I'm saying? When you learn to not react to people's nonsense, it becomes hilarious. When you learn to joke about things yourself, this world, y'all make this world out to be so much more, you know. Some of the things I could say that people said about me, and other people believe it, but the thing is like, not only do you have to analyze the person who's saying these things, but you also just take a step back and analyze the people that they're saying it to. Because normally the people that are in lower vibrational lifestyles, they're only around lower vibrational people. The peanut gallery is what I call them. So, and even if it's not, say it's a boss or a family member or whatever, and you know, maybe you have a little more respect for those people and you don't want them to think that way about you. You have to understand too, a lot of people already have a narrative inside of them about you. They already want something negative to be true about you. So if they hear anybody say it, or whisper it, or write it down, or just give them that look like, oh, this person is this, whatever confirmation they can find anywhere, so that they can keep that belief and that narrative that they want to have about you, whether it's true or not. That's what they're going to hang on to, because that's truly what they want to believe about you. Doesn't mean it's true. It means that's what they want to believe, right? And people want to have those feelings about other people for a lot of different reasons. The obvious, like, you're jealous of that person, or you think that person doesn't deserve certain things. You think you deserve certain things over that person, or maybe you just want to side with other people because maybe you're the oddball out and they may be linked to them. Maybe they're a friend or a family member or whatever, so they want to side with that person just because you're kind of the odd man out. It's not going to affect their life if they have a negative thinking about you. It's not going to affect their life if you don't like them or if y'all aren't friends. But if they go against their friend, or if they go against their family member, see, that causes conflict. That causes friction. And so most people are weak. Most people want to side with a family member or a friend just because it's easier. You see what I'm saying? It's easier. It doesn't matter who's right or who's wrong. It matters what's easier, because there's a lot of weak people out here. Okay? So if somebody's saying things that aren't true. There's a lot of reasons why, and what you have to do is just not react and get your mental popcorn at the concession stand, you know, and you don't have to even tune in, you know, if you ain't got nothing else to do, you just want to take a little movie break, tune in and enjoy it. And I'm being serious. It is literally like watching a comedy show or watching the circus. It truly is. Just watch it and let it be, because as you go on and staying in your own lane, minding your own business, doing your own thing, whether people want to admit it or not, they're going to see the truth and they're going to see the difference. You don't have to even acknowledge the situation. You don't even have to say, well, I'm going to do this. You can just, no, just live your life. That's all you got to do. It's really the easiest thing, and it's the best situation, you know. And then you just, you know, you can just watch them continue on with the next circus, the next act, the next person, the next this, the next that, and you know, and then you feel a peace, and you just feel a peace about yourself, and it's like, God, I'm glad I'm not caught up in all that chaos and drama anymore. I'm glad that I didn't waste any more of my energy trying to prove my character and prove myself to people who, I'm not going to say don't matter, because, you know, even people that do things wrong, you know, they still matter, but people that don't have any impact on your life. And so that's the main thing. Just let them know, like, you don't have any impact on my life, without even saying anything. Without even saying anything. Just go about living your life. And that is the best case of proving your character and proving your, you know, who you are. If you, like, you don't even have reason to prove it, but just continue being you. Right? Because the people that are going to add value to your life, the people that are going to add value to your character and everything else, like, they're not going to be entertained by that dialogue anyway. So if somebody's sticking around to listen to it and they're cheering them on or they're believing it, they're people that are going to lower and degrade you anyway. So it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. But sometimes it is very entertaining to, like, honestly, sometimes I just want to know what people say about me sometimes, just because I'm kind of a jokester, and I like to BS. Like, I like talking crap, not in a degrading kind of way, but y'all know how I am. So sometimes it is just fun for me to see what they come up with, because I can play like little characters in my mind, like, oh, and imagine myself actually, what would I be like if I really was that person who they're describing, you know. But don't forget, people want to think a certain way about you. Just let them. It's not hurting anybody, you know. So I started talking about a racial thing, and I'm gonna do a special segment on that. I'm gonna do a special because I'm here to save the world and end racism and hatred and everything else you can think of, right? Because that's just who I am. I don't necessarily think I can save the world, okay, y'all? Like, I can in a certain way, but not the way you think. It's all in the way, I know, but it's different. It's different. I love y'all. That turned into a different segment, but we're gonna get to that racism pretty soon, because I actually really like that topic. I really do. I like it. All right, I love y'all, all y'all.